another episode of Freedom Cafe, a forum for comics. I am Ace Hawaii, and we are here with Freaky J and the richness, and Frobo Cop. All right, today we
what's a Frobo Cop?
Everything. Oh, what's a Frobo Cop? It is this guy pointing up there.
Down that way.
Yeah.
How about we don't do any trademark infringement? I don't want to get sued for this, Dave. So,
all right, I don't want to get sued for this either because I don't have any money.
I know.
Student.
Dave, you're the richest poor dude I know. Stop.
I'm rich with family, with love, with friends. That's the way I'm rich. I'm rich. That's what Bob Marley say. I'm like that. I'm rich that way.
Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Dave will go to a club and say I don't have any money, but he's in VIP, toasting with all the people popping bottles.
Yeah, that's because I got connections. That's all. Friends in high places, I guess. Yeah. Well, today we're gonna talk about everything. May the 4th just happened with Star Wars Day. Also, we're gonna talk about Harley Quinn season 2 because I know Freaky J, aka what he has many
big
names.
Black, big sexy. You can say it.
I'm not gonna say that last one, but yeah. So, and we're also going to talk about video games today as well, and just about anything. What's going on? So, first, let's go ahead and start off with Harley Quinn season 2, since he came in the meeting like with the whole everything. Spoiler alerts.
I'm gonna say this: everybody needs to watch it because I'm coming to you with my iPad. DC Universe. I know people don't want to get a subscription nowadays, but right now we got nothing to do. And honestly, I've been fortunate enough to be able to work from home. I know some people can't. And first, I want all you can out there grinding out, get nothing but respect for the people out there actually grinding. That's the first thing. And and some our delivery drivers who are essential. Because Uber Eats and what is it, Peapod? They're my dudes. Anyway,
Instacart.
Instacart, yeah. Hey, those are the real heroes.
Yeah, all the frontline workers, mailmen, hospital workers, doctors, healthcare team nurses,
hospital workers, healthcare workers. They definitely get shout outs for this and that love.
Yeah.
But if you're looking for a show just to just lunch out and binge and just have a good time watching, it's the Harley Quinn show. It depicts whoever. If you don't know about the show, it's about Harley Quinn after she leaves the Joker, and it goes into her relationship with the Joker and her friendship with Poison Ivy. And it's just, honestly, forgive my language, two bad bitches is getting down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're handling their business. They're showing that Harley Quinn gets into Legion of Doom. She want to put more women in Legion of Doom. It's actually a very, very good show. I'm not going to spoil too much for you. And it just shows that how strong of a character she is, actually. And if you actually know about her history in the comic books, she originated from the Batman animated series. You guys didn't know that. She didn't have the comics back in the day. She came with the Batman animated series, which was a great show, and I'm pretty sure Hank owns them all on DVD. He's the last dude I know to own DVDs. I'm just anyway. But honestly, it shows how strong their relationship are. The dynamic between Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn is amazing. And she gets her own crew with Sharkman, Clayface, and a little guy who's a mindbender dude. What's his name, Dave? You know what I'm talking about?
I know you're talking about, but I can't remember off the top of my head.
Yeah, he's a short guy who he's married to Gigantor.
Yes.
Yeah, and she's fine too. And I'm married too. Anyway, but yeah, and the whole comic symmetry is amazing. I mean, honestly. And once you watch it, you will. If you're not in the comics, you'll definitely be into that show. And would you say, Rich?
Does it tie into the movie that just came out at all, or is it totally unrelated? The Harley Quinn, like the one with what's her name?
Birds of Prey.
Yeah, Margot Robbie.
Well, if you really want to talk about that movie, that I didn't condone. They didn't. DC didn't talk to me about this because one, it should have had Poison Ivy in it because they're pushing them hard in the comics now. Poison Ivy and Harley Quinn hard in the comics. They are in the comics. They're pushing, and they actually have an intimate relationship.
Really?
Yeah, they actually got together, and that's in the comics. But I mean, honestly, but their whole friendship dynamic and how they're carrying it, it's in the show. It's just amazing. I mean, it's funny. It's like like two bros hanging out, just having a good time. Second season is amazing too. I'm not going to spoil like I did with these guys, but I mean, guys, just definitely go watch.
Yeah.
I mean, how they introduce Batgirl, how they show the comedy, the Batman, and how he's acting like he's just really a big kid. You know what I'm saying? Who has a bromance with the Joker? You know.
Yeah.
It shows that in the first season. I'm gonna spoil this when Harley Quinn's arch nemesis becomes Damian. He's like 6. He's a 10-year-old. They're actually acting Damian as a 10-year-old kid. Not shown because you guys know Damian the comic book, raised by a League of Assassins. He's killing everybody, whipping everybody's ass. In the show itself, it shows him as an actual 10-year-old kid. When he fights adults, he basically loses, and Batman has to always save him. Then Harley gets mad because that's her arch nemesis. It's just hilarious. Yeah, I mean, it's a good show, guys. What you guys? I mean, I know you guys have seen it. Please check it out. Yeah, I mean, but that's it, man. Go see Harley Quinn. And but segue to that, what do you guys think about the new Marvel shows that are coming out now? They're trying to push on Disney Plus now because you can't do any Marvel movies right now.
Which shows are out?
Doctor Strange, dealing with the guys who, Doctor Strange. I like Doctor Strange, but I forgot the organization with the Sorcerer Supreme, all these people. The black dude who played the evil guy in the movie, he's going to be in the show with this Asian actor. I forgot his name, but he's like a martial artist or whatever. Huh? What you say?
He was Baron Mordo.
Yeah. See? Baron Mordo. Whatever. Yeah, like I was saying, it's
I don't think hold on. I don't think they're having a show for that. I know they're having a show for it's called WandaVision, so it's Vision and Wanda.
Yeah.
And then I know that what's it called? The Falcon and what's Winter Soldier, they're having
Bucky?
a show.
Yeah, Bucky. Yeah, Bucky, they're having a show. But yeah, I just saw it on YouTube. The show they're coming out, and they had those 2 guys on the cover, and then you get a short synopsis of it. So I don't know if it's true, but I know on Phase 6, I know it's like Phase 4 now. I forgot what Phase 1, but they are coming out with another I call it token hero, like Captain America coming in black. Now they're having the token Asian guy becoming a superhero. They're trying to make sure that they hit the whole range of guys. But you guys,
I think that's actually good for them to
I agree, brother.
No,
I agree. But it seemed like it's like, let's be for real. It seemed like a little bit forced.
Didn't they do that in the comics where they had like the Hulk was like an Asian dude and like Thor was a woman and Iron Man was a black woman, right, or something like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
So what happened with that was the Hulk and Iron Man promised Bruce Banner talked to Tony Hawk and was just like, you got to kill me. So Tony Hawk made the promise to kill the Hulk. So
Tony Hawk.
Or Tony Stark, yeah. Sorry, I'm thinking about I'm sorry. Shout out to Tony Hawk. He's great too, but he's not Tony Stark's.
Tony Hawk. Okay.
I was watching skating videos. I was watching a lot of skating videos.
Me too. I've been on a skate video kick lately too.
Oh,
I've been watching like a boss videos made by the Russians.
What?
I'll just compare him to like people doing extreme sports. It makes me want to do parkour. But
okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
All I heard was Russians. I was like, what?
Yeah. It's a Russian guy who makes like a balls videos. It shows that Russia's not like a crappy country. It goes over all the Russian extreme sports, and it's actually pretty good to EDM music. Anyway, and rap music is actually really awesome. Sorry, go ahead. You were saying. I'm sorry.
Okay, sorry. Until I messed up with the whole Tony. Shout out Tony Hawk. He's great. But so Tony Stark kills Bruce Banner. And when Bruce Banner is about to die, the Hulk transfers over into Amadeus Cho. He's like this. He's another very high intelligence person in the Marvel universe, and then he takes over and becomes the Hulk. So, and then with Ironheart, I know that she was like a 13-year-old, but she was really smart too. She had a very high. The black chick
becomes Iron Man.
Yeah. And she created her own suit to match Iron Man's suit,
Yeah. Good
then
story.
What else?
Jane Foster, not my Thor. Anyway, please continue.
That's okay. Hey, everybody can have an opinion. That's fine.
No.
I don't know her story like that.
Not because she's a woman. Because I just think that they could have did much better for making the female Thor. I think they could have the Valkyrie angle. I would have focused on the Valkyrie angle. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody think Valkyries are cool anyway. You know, that's just my opinion. But please see that.
Now she's become Valkyrie now because she died and now she became
a Valkyrie. Yeah, see, they should just did that before. I know they. Why make a character just to kill him? You know what I'm saying? That's basically it made the female Thor for just to kill her. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to. I'm sorry.
They make a lot of different choices in these comic books, and I don't have no creative control, so I'm just a reader. If I don't like it, okay, cool. But if it gives you another view of what might happen, so I'm happy either way.
You are somebody, Dave. Say with me, you are somebody.
You I already know that. I am the body. No, I'm just kidding.
There you go. I mean, but you do realize that we as fans, everybody listen, we as fans do have power. Uh-oh, my battery getting low. We as fans do have power. All right?
That's true.
I'm in San Francisco right now. Sorry, guys.
We have power, but not James's iPad.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
That was a 2-minute warning. That's why I blinked down. All right, let me. But yeah, we as fans have power. I mean, and anyway, what are your thoughts, Richie?
I the MCU stuff. I don't know. I mean, I think it's just it's cool. I mean, I'm excited. I mean, yeah, when because I think the Eternals is like a new Marvel movie coming out right next year, supposedly.
Well, the coronavirus had anything to do, maybe not.
Yeah, everything got pushed back, right? Because the Scarlet Witch movie is supposed to come out soon. I mean, obviously they pushed that back.
A lot of them got pushed back.
Scarlet. Was it Scarlet? No, Black Widow was supposed to come out.
Yeah.
Hold on. She doesn't need a movie. Let's move on. Next.
Oh my gosh, no.
No, she doesn't, man. I'm not saying it because she's a woman or anything like that.
No, I didn't say that. You said that.
Well, Dave, you were thinking it, Dave. You were thinking.
No, I wasn't.
You chauvinist pig. All right.
I mean, if you're gonna say Black Widow, I mean, it's like Hawkeye doesn't need a movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why give Hawkeye a movie? Black Widow. Only reason she gets a movie because she's Scarlett Johansson. That's like Jennifer and what's that? Jennifer, who played Mystique?
Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah. Jennifer Lawrence.
Yo, there's no way Mystique should be the leader of the X-Men. There's no way.
I agree with that. I totally agree.
Only reason they did that because Hunger Games, the only role that she can play in, apparently, because I'm not hating on her, but you know what I'm saying? But I haven't seen any other movies, you know, and they gave her that billet, and it just, to me, I think she's one of the main reasons to ruin the X-Men series.
You're talking about Dark Phoenix or Apocalypse?
All of them.
I think First Class is good. First Class is really good.
First Class was the greatest one.
Okay. First Class was dope.
First of all, Mystique is older than Wolverine, and they got her being Professor Xavier's Magneto's love interest. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man.
It's a different take. It's a different thing from the comics. You know, not everything can be the comics. The comics are just the groundwork for the movies. You know,
all I'm saying is this. But like I said before, she was too much into a character in X-Men when she shouldn't have been. You should have made Jennifer Lawrence goddamn Jean Grey or something instead of, you know what I'm saying, instead of Mystique.
But the thing is, she wasn't popping in that movie. When she first started that movie, that was before the Hunger Games. So once she started getting famous, they saw the cash potential with her. And that's why they made it settle around her.
I'm sorry. We're going off topic here.
Yeah.
But that just hurts my heart. You know, they ruined the X-Men series for me. But First Class was good, gentlemen. I do agree with you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But back to what you were saying, Richie. You were saying, I'm sorry?
I think you were asking about the end. What do we think about the DCU and the MCU stuff? I mean, I think it's cool. I think at some point though, like, you know, people are gonna get superhero fatigue. I don't know. I think they gotta. I mean, they can do it, and people will still watch it. But like, they're trying to crank out like 2-3 movies a year, right? I think.
Yeah.
Which is a lot. I think.
I agree. I agree with you. There will be superhero fatigue, especially if it's just straight up action movies. But if you make a movie that has a good captivating storyline and actually has a good theme to it and a message along with all the superhero stuff, then that's cool. Like starting from making it a good story, because that's what Freaky J is talking about with Harley Quinn, because everything around it is funny, but what she is going through and her storyline in the first episode that I saw, it was great because it's like you're seeing her become something more than what she is, but still has those little characteristics of joking around and doing these crazy things. And that aligns closely with the comic book while still telling a different angle to her story and have good storytelling, you know.
And that's why I say DC is killing it. I'm sorry, but did I cut you off, Richard?
No, you did not.
And that's what I'm saying. DC's killing with like The Watchmen on HBO. You know, shows like that'll actually draw you into it. And that's why that's why everybody knows that DC does TV better than movies because they need they need that long drawn out storyline to actually get the point across because you know everything's not hunky dory. They show the plight of the hero itself, and it shows that everybody starts from a dark place. Even with I hate to say, I loved Green Arrow in the beginning because he was killing people. What's his name? Then he started acting, well, I don't want to kill any people. I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm going to be a big hypocrite. And that's, you know, the third season starts sucking. But, but I mean, just the whole seeing somebody work through their demons. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, this week they had the Justice League Dark Apocalypse War, which is the finality of the DC Universe or New 52 animated movies.
Oh,
so
they
connected that all together, and I wanted to see that. I was, you know,
This was a really good movie.
James, I mean, in response to that, or not just as a follow-up, like, what about I know they haven't done it lately, but like the MCU, like, television series where you had I mean, they're a couple years old now, but like,
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but like Jessica Jones, what's the Iron Fist? And,
Iron Fist, Iron Man.
Defenders.
Well, or no,
yeah,
no.
Well, technically, Netflix did that, and they did a decent job.
Yeah.
And now since DC got the rights back to that, they're going to make those shows still.
Marvel.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Thank you, Marvel. I apologize. Even like we went to go see The Punisher, me, Dave, and Hank. I know Hank probably got those pictures up, guys. Check them out when we went to Awesome Comics for The Punisher.
Oh yeah, with John Bernthal.
John Bernthal. Everybody was asking what's going on with the show. Are you getting canceled? He just smiled at us and said, "Just relax. It's going to be okay." So I'm pretty sure that Disney's going to give them a spinoff because they did so well on Netflix. Well, I didn't really like Luke Cage because I don't like how that ended. He became the king of New York, and I don't know how he did that. He just lived in Harlem. But we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that and how he's a B-level hero and he run the streets and tell people he can't sell drugs. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. How he stops the Russian mafia just because you say I'm Luke Cage. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that.
Was that season 3? Was that? What was
that was yeah.
We're going to talk about that. How Jamaican dudes is coming in and beat up everybody and he gets power of the streets or whatever. We're not going to talk about that. All right. Jessica Jones actually is a very deep show, guys. Please check that out. That's a good show. If you're looking for a good storyline and substance. And let's see, Iron Fist, it was all right.
Yeah.
It was
But I'm saying, like, that's all like a couple of years ago by now, right? Like DC has now in your view, you're saying like the DC stuff is definitely TV stuff has overtaken the Marvel.
Oh, for sure. I mean, if you could just see it, look at the forums, look at the ratings. All their shows are doing well. Even the Legends of Tomorrow, I thought it sucked, but it's still making good ratings.
What's that? Is that DC or Marvel? I don't.
That's DC. A lot of B-listers and a couple C's, you know. and it actually in the ratings is actually doing pretty well, and it actually is on like its 3rd, 5th season. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's on,
And whereas like Marvel, they had that flop, right? They had the Inhumans show, and that like
that was garbage.
That was trash.
That was bad.
Did you guys ever read in the mid '90s? They had the Inhumans miniseries.
Dude, come on with it. Please.
That was pretty good. Jay Lee, I think, was the artist for that. I mean, I just like his style.
Well, I'm not sure about the artist, but you're absolutely correct. I read that run; it was amazing. And then they got the only reason I found out about the Inhumans because of Black Bolt on X-Men on Fox was the greatest show ever when I was a kid, and I saw Black Bolt, and I need to figure out who he was. but yeah, I mean. The run was amazing, and I can understand why Disney was doing that because they didn't have the rights at the time for the mutants. And DC, Fox had that right. They couldn't say mutants, so they focused on the Inhuman angle.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they could have told the stories better. You know, they did hit the points how to scroll, ex-soldiers of the scroll, blah, 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 blah. But it's they just mess it up, man, because they want to. To me, Marvel wants to sell toys, so they're trying to make sure that their shows can be seen by everyone.
Yeah.
DC, like, not so much. We're gonna get the prettiest girls. We're gonna get the darkest stories. Like they made a comment on.
They definitely did that with Joker.
Yeah, they made a comment on the CW shows. They're like, you'll never see a fat woman on those shows, or you never see a fat guy, because they want everybody to look beautiful. You know. And they did take slack from that, but I mean, the storylines are pretty good too. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. Hashtag give fat people more parts. Anyway, I want to give me a part, DC. Goddamn it.
Yes.
All right. Anyway.
Yeah.
But but serious though. I mean, and like the Marvel shows, I think that, like I said, they own the whole toy angle. Because get the extra revenue in, and they're trying to make sure that like little 13-year-olds and 10-year-olds and 5-year-olds can see the shows. When I mean. Who are really the super hardcore comic book fans? It's us guys our age, because we grew up.
That's true. That's the same point you're making. Like they went after kids. They always been going after kids because we were kids when we saw it, and now we are grown and we still like it. So
I mean that's like sort of the history of Marvel, though, right? Is that like I think. It got bought over or it was owned by like a toy company? Was it?
No, Disney owns them. So basically a toy company.
No, before that though, before they sold Marvel to Disney, they were owned by like a toy company, basically.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, I'd have to go back and do the research, but
hashtag get all the smoke go to Reggie if he's wrong.
No, I think it's either Toy Biz or like I don't think it's Mattel, but it's like Toy Biz or.
I think it's Toy Biz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But think about it, though. But I mean, they're targeting on these kids. Let's be for real. We're the kids' parents, so I know not I don't got no kids. But I'm the guy. I'm pretty well off. I spent $50 for a tricorder. Yes, I'll admit that it was a toy off the Star Trek original series. I spent $50 for that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure, guys, don't judge me out there, people. I'm pretty sure you guys spent $50 or $60 on one of your childhood favorite shows too. So don't judge me. All right, guys, don't judge me. Hashtag. Who would you spend $50 for toys in the lights below, or the most expensive toys you buy as an adult? Then we're moving on. But anyway, like guys like that,
Speaking of
collectibles, you know what I'm saying? Collectibles. What were you saying, Rich?
I was saying, speaking of tricorders, maybe we could talk about Star Wars.
Yeah.
Star Wars,
indeed.
Just kidding.
Hey, hold on. First of all. No,
James, you're not in the frame. You gotta get in the frame. You're like,
I know. Yeah, all we see is like an eye and a shape up.
Your ear.
Fade in.
Don't come for me. I don't want you to see my shape up. But now,
we gotta get a better.
Star Wars Day.
That's right.
Go.
Yeah. So what is it? I watched that Star Wars Clone Wars, the last episode of that, and that was great. They had a good fight between Darth Maul and Ahsoka Tano. Ahsoka Tano, if you don't know, that was Anakin's Padawan, but she's basically almost a Jedi because towards the end of it, she didn't choose to be a Jedi. She left because she saw how they were becoming more, instead of becoming like the peacekeepers of the universe, they were becoming more political. So.
Okay. Can I say something right quick before we jump in there, Rich?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, I wasn't going to say anything. Go for it. Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say this. Dave, that show was 5 years ago. Get on
it. No, it just came out the last season.
Yeah, no. He's talking about Clone Wars. That was
they just had the last season.
They added a new season.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, I know, Dave, but that was 4 or 5 years ago anyway. We all know it's so good.
So they have the guy who I'm gonna go ahead and stop this guy right now. PJ, just chill out.
No. I'm just busting Dave's balls, guys. No, he's absolutely correct. I like how she's going on. They're trying to focus on more Great Jedi now, and I totally, and that's what Ahsoka falls under. Not good or bad, but the great side. They have a couple good books out there. You got to check out Ahsoka's story on Audible.com. You're not getting sponsored, but please sponsor us. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, then another good show is Mandalore. What do you guys think about Mandalore?
I think that's great. Oh, that show is awesome. And Ahsoka Tano is going to be in that too. She's going to be played by Rosario Dawson.
Oh, I cannot wait, bruh. I cannot wait because I mean, honestly, I like the way they're going with it. And if guys don't know about Mandalore, it happens. I'm just going to tell you the timeline. I'm not going to spoil it for you. It happens right after Return of the Jedi.
Yeah, 5 years after Return.
5 years after. Thank you, Dave.
Yeah.
5 years after Return of the Jedi. Check it out, guys. It's even though it's like it's not really. It is violent, but they didn't want kids to watch it again.
Oh, it's
I mean,
great.
It's Disney
But
Plus.
it is great. You know, I thought it was
Yeah.
going to suck because it had like a 14 and above rating. And I was like, I don't want to see this. You know what I'm saying? But it was actually pretty good. You know, and it's actually done tasteful. And if you're in the cult mentality and of warriors like the Klingons, you'll definitely like Mandalore. You know, the Mandalorian and their code and everything is actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially that Mandalorian chick, woman. The one,
the one who was making who's making the weapons.
Yes, she was
Yes,
awesome.
she's
Forgive me,
great.
Oh
but
yeah.
I don't want to take it away from her, but she's awesome, dude. I don't want to spoil how awesome she is, and
And they said
I definitely want to see more strong female characters like that. And I'm happy they're bringing in Ahsoka. You know, like to me, I told you guys, I like female characters. Don't need a man. You know, not talking about love will conquer all. I want to see motherfuckers whoop ass.
And they also speaking of which, another person who whoops ass. Boba Fett's going to be coming back in the
They
second
just
season.
announced it. And
Yeah.
it's the actor that played Jango Fett, right?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Like I think he's like Polynesian or
Yes.
something like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't
That's
need to put the. Hey Reggie, on this show we don't put out people's racial ethnicity. We don't do that. He's a person of the world. No.
that. Okay, all right. Hashtag give
He's-
Pacific Islanders more roles.
Yes,
that-
hashtag Pacific Islanders, Samoan,
My
Tongue.
PI folks, yeah.
That's right.
But no, I mean you're absolutely correct. I mean I think that's gonna be amazing. And I like how see this spinning because if they go by the books, you know, technically he dies and his daughter takes over. But you know, I think they retconned all that. You know, I'm a Star Wars geek, guys. I mean, honestly, and I love it. I mean, I love space opera.
Are you a bigger Star Wars or Star Trek geek? Because you mentioned buying $50 tricorder.
Yes. I was
You
just like
also own a
tricorder.
lightsaber
I
then?
know. I was like, what?
Well, yeah. I mean, honestly, my dad made me watch the show with him when I
Oh.
was younger, and I fell in love with the show. I like the whole, but let's say this. I like Star Wars because it's more action oriented, and Star Trek is more political.
Yeah.
You know, they'll have a whole show where they won't even kill anybody. They'll just talk about intergalactic politics. I'm like, this is cool, but I want to see somebody die. You know what I'm saying? Come on, red shirts.
I appreciate the honesty. Wait, so
Yeah.
can you I know we're still talking about Star Wars, but I want to know, since James is like a huge space opera fan, can you rank the Star Trek series? Like, what is of the TV series? Like, what is your preference? Because I know like there's a big debate. Like, is it TNG? Is it DS9? Is it the original series? What do you like?
Me personally, it's DS9. You know, I'm not gonna say because it's a black captain. Because it's a black
Let's
captain.
go.
No, DS9 because one, it actually showed they had the politics, but then they had a big war with Dominion, and then and that really like made the show for me. It showed a lot of galactic combat. I like, if you don't know much anything about me and Hank, we love Gundam. The only reason I bring that up because they show the size of both warfare, of how people fight for their own reasons and stuff like that. And I think Star Trek Deep Space Nine did a really good job with that, and the action was amazing. And then it brought in all the other series, Voyager. It brought in Next Generation. It all, even though all those in the same universe, but I think it takes because even Star Trek did a movie about that when Worf came back after the Dominion War, what the Dominion War was going on. They had to fight the Borg. Yeah, I'm into that, guys. I'm into it hard. But yeah, I mean, honestly, but DS9 was my favorite, Richie. Sorry for going off tent.
Yeah, no, I'm just curious because like I feel like with the more I talk to like hardcore Trekkies or Trekkers, whatever they prefer to be called, it's like very close between TNG and DS9. And personally, I like TNG just because like when I was growing up, I watched it with my brother, and so like that's how I got into Star Trek through TNG. So, but like you go back and watch it, it's like some of it, like the first season is so campy, it's so bad.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't watch it now. I mean, I can watch some I can only watch the seasons when they have the Dominion War. But yeah, all that stuff cheesy. I mean, it's cheesy.
I mean, it's like TV sci-fi.
TV, yeah. So I totally agree with you on that. I can't watch a whole Star Trek marathon. The only show I can really go back and watch when I was a kid is South Park. I love South Park, but we're not talking about that. So
how old are you? You know, when you were a kid.
South Park, yeah. So South Park been on for like 30 years, bro.
What? No, it hasn't.
Yeah.
Not
like
30.
Yeah,
Dirty.
really, dog. Let me tell you something. South Park,
You might be right,
if
actually.
you done an episode with the Multicultural Friends, they actually had a picture of Muhammad in there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, They censored it now, but that season actually were collector's tip, pro tip, guys. If you can find the South Park collection with the actual picture of Muhammad, hold on to it. It's worth some money.
Wow.
But back to you saying, Richie. Yeah, I mean, honestly, Disney. Only reason I bought Disney Plus for Mandalorian and Star Wars shows they're supposed to have coming out. So, and they actually did the show right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they did it right. And if you guys haven't checked it out, please do. It's a great show, especially if you're a Star Wars fan.
Can I offer a different take on it? I think it's overall very good, but I think toward the middle. Is it 10 episodes or 8 episodes? I forget.
It's like
10 episodes. 10 episodes, but like there's a string of episodes. I want to say like 6, 7, 8, where basically it's the same episode, just in different. Like they change the specifics where he has a mission to do, and then like halfway through he realizes the person he teamed up with him betrays him. Right? It happens back to back, where it's like, oh, I shouldn't have trusted that guy. Why did I trust that guy? Or why did I trust this friend?
Action Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah, that happens like 3 times. But I mean, that's because I watched it like 3 times. Like I binged it, so I think had it been like if I took a pause, I wouldn't remember as much.
Hank, we don't need to have Richie on the show anymore. I just want to say that.
You're crazy, man.
I mean, is that an inaccurate observation?
No, that's true.
You're right. Action Jackson was messing up. You guys know who Action Jackson is. That was the black guy from the 90s who did all those crazy. He was in Predator. He gave
but my thing is he messed up only because Mando broke the code, because Mando broke the code in the show, man. Because when he came back, he was like, why do they need the child? Then he was just like, no, you can't, you're not supposed to ask about what they're gonna do with the child. And then he broke the code by going and saving Baby Yoda. You know,
Carl Weathers.
Dave doesn't like kids. You guys heard it on the show. # Dave doesn't like kids. But you were saying,
I'm just giving a reason as to why
he should kill the kid, right, Dave?
Betrayal and everything. So
he
I don't disregard what Freaky J is saying right now. So I'm just saying that
you're
that's why
absolutely
it
correct.
happened. You know?
Yeah, you're absolutely correct. He broke the code because he showed he had a heart. You know what I'm saying? And that was correct. And he had to. But yeah, you're right, Reggie. Then he started selling bounty hunters at them more and more and more. And you're right, for a stagnant. But the season ending was pretty good. The beginning was good. The cinematography for a budget show was actually excellent. Yeah. Then, I mean, honestly, if you like I said, like me, I'm like a big Klingon fan. You know what I'm saying? And when you find stuff like that whole warrior code stuff, I like Northern mythology. I'm into all that. Why go to heaven when I go to Valhalla? You know what I'm saying? Off that tip. And there are a lot of people, living their fantasy out. And what can you say? I mean, yeah, that's all I can say. I don't know.
That was great.
Yeah. I thought the season ended strong. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. But I do agree. It did get stagnant in the middle, though. I think it did get stagnant, definitely.
I thought those stories were good. Like when he went to that one green planet where he helped them save themselves from those Ravagers. That was great.
But Reggie, it kept repeating the same story over and over again. I can see what he was saying. I mean,
he's a bounty hunter. Like he's not going to be in good company of Jedi who are like righteous and people of their word.
Oh, and I do like that. They had the.
Do you believe the baby? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, go ahead.
I do believe Baby Yoda can go to the Sith, the dark side, because she was out helping out Mando. Mando in some situations where he had to choke a motherfucker out. So,
it depends. Yeah, that's how it is.
He was crossing that line, and he's not getting taught. The thing about he's getting taught by Mandalore, not a Jedi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's why I think they're bringing in Ahsoka. They're making because they're really trying to explore the gray side of the Force because that's getting really popular now. You know what I'm saying? So,
but it was around since like episode 1 because Qui-Gon was not like the other Jedi because he was more caring and he was like a father figure. He was supposed to be the father figure for Anakin until Maul killed him.
I agree with you, Dave. In the books, it had a whole thing like that's why people were mad because they didn't really follow the books. The books explain a lot better how, like when Luke came back, he allowed the Jedi to get married and all that stuff. When he took over the Jedi Order, because when he beat the Jedi, they couldn't find kids, so they had to get adults who had Force powers. He would train them. Then even back even in Knights Old Republic, you had to get special position to get married to become if you're a Jedi, you want to get married, you got to fill in a lot of paperwork, basically.
Yeah, and at that time they couldn't find the kids because what is it? The Darth Vader destroyed the holocron that had the files for all the Force sensitive kids.
About a video game.
And then in the comic book, he went back. Or in the new video game, the Jedi, the Fallen Order, Cal Kestis goes and gets it, but then he has to destroy it because he gets the vision of
spoiler alert, people! Spoiler,
kids,
spoiler, spoiler alert! You just spoiled the whole video game. But no, Dave's right. I mean, it gets really deep with that, and in the Star Wars universe, like I said before, if they actually start doing some of the book stuff, and I think it'll be really great. And even with the video game, I didn't really like the video game, but the story was amazing. I liked the story.
Yeah.
The video game I want to build my own Jedi. That's just me. But that even breaks into our own segue to video games. You know, there's only one video game I'm waiting for, gentlemen, and that's Cyberpunk 2077.
I'm waiting for that one, but I'm also going to go ahead and get this Mortal Kombat expansion pack because I like that story in that game. And I like those characters, Shang Tsung, and you got RoboCop.
What?
In it now. RoboCop's in it.
Yeah, RoboCop's in it now. Yeah.
You said RoboCop's in it. What?
Yes.
RoboCop. No, just kidding. Can I say one last thing about the Mandalorian?
Yes. Yeah.
I think one thing I did really like about it is that they had I think his name is Giancarlo something, the guy that plays Gustavo from Breaking Bad.
Yes.
As the villain, and I think he's so good.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, he was.
And he played. That was. When I saw him, I was like, yes, I loved him as the villain in Gustavo in Breaking Bad. And I like him I love him in Mandalorian too.
Like I said, the one thing you can't say, the acting is 100% on this game. I'll give it that. Even though some story was a little dry, but the acting was on point. My boy from Thrones, you never saw his face until the end, but
yeah. But Pedro Pascal,
yeah. Let me ask something. So, Reggie, do you still game? Were you waiting for any games to come out?
Oh, I was going to tell you. I started playing COD Warzone. So.
Oh, where? You on PlayStation or Xbox?
I play on PC, but it's all cross-platform. So send me. We should play.
I'm about to do that.
We could all play. Huh?
Sure, yeah, because I do play a little bit of COD.
Yeah, so I only have Warzone because I didn't buy the actual game. I just played the Warzone, which is the Fortnite clone or whatever. Yeah.
I'm going to get that today.
Yeah, it's free, Dave. So I mean, yeah.
That's why.
No, I'm just saying because it's still in its beta. So I'll tell everybody to take advantage of that. It's actually a fun little zone game. You'll like it. And we'll put in the comment below all our user tags. And
add us.
I'll send you my Activision, Reggie, so we can get up and play. And if you guys want to play with us, please do. But it is a good time killer.
Oh, and, yeah. It's fun. I like it because it's a little more. I mean, the graphics are a little more realistic than Fortnite. But then, I don't have to build stuff because I'm very bad at the Minecraft building stuff. So I'm just like, all right, let's go around and shoot stuff and loot and shoot stuff.
I know. Me personally, like I said, I'm waiting for Cyberpunk. Because I think it's going to be a proper RPG. It's going to be on the scale of better than Grand Theft Auto. I know you guys are Witcher fans. CG Project Red does games.
Oh, yeah. I saw The Witcher 2, The Witcher on Netflix. Did y'all see that?
Oh, great show. I did.
Yes. Yeah.
I did not watch.
I need to. It's on my list, but I'm just my heart's been broken since Game of Thrones. I'm done with fantasy television for a little bit.
Yeah, my heart's been broken since that last season. That
was just so bad.
I mean, I'll say this. There's a couple shows I can recommend to replace Game of Thrones. Westworld was good. Check out The Watcher.
I heard is it The Last Kingdom? That's supposed to be good? Anyone watch that? No.
No, it sounds interesting. What is it on Prime or what's it on? What platform?
My mom and sister watch it, but they like it. I think it's on Netflix.
So high fantasy, right?
I think so. But yeah,
high fantasy.
I'm not caught up with Westworld. Oh, sorry. Sorry, what?
I was at high fantasy elves, orcs.
I have no idea. Sorry.
Yeah. There's Game of Thrones, John.
This needs to be edited out because this is I have no information on this.
Yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones stuff, like shows with elves, talk about elves, orcs, and goblins and stuff like that?
Uh,
Wizards, magic.
I don't know.
Oh no! If you're still messed up from Game of Thrones, I think The Witcher will help you out because that helped me out. I like The Witcher. I want to see that next season.
Dave, don't come to me like I'm a geek. I like how you did that segue. Well, we don't know about that, James. You don't know.
I didn't say nothing like that.
I see your face, Dave. I see your don't judge me, Dave. That's my guy. That's his smiling judgment face right there, guy. Look at that.
That's no judgment.
Nerd.
I'm a nerd too, 100%.
Speaking of video games, I don't know if you guys heard this news. It came out a while ago. Because of the pandemic, word on the street was that GameStop has closed its doors permanently because of because of lack of sales. B, because they were asking their employees to still go in during the pandemic. They were trying to consider themselves as an essential business. And a lot of the workers complained, and a lot of them walked out. And I heard that they went out of business. I don't know if you guys had heard that as well. So
I heard that. Yeah.
If this is in fact true, now that it seems like social distancing is the new way to go, what do you guys think about, or where are you guys going to be buying your games from now on?
PlayStation Store.
Yep. Amazon on Black Friday when it's nice and cheap and you could just download it,
Yeah. So you guys buy everything digital? Because, I mean, like, the pro of buying a cartridge or disc is that you could resell it at some point. Yeah. I don't know how you feel about that.
Well, I think it's 2020, and I think everything should go digital. Why would I want a CD stand? You know what I'm saying? I mean, don't get it wrong. Collector's items are cool. You know what I'm saying? But me, I'd rather collect musical CDs to have people sign it than video games, I guess. I mean, you can have your favorite, like, programmer to sign it, but I mean, who's really into it? I mean, like, if you got found let's take Cyberpunk 2077. This black guy, I forgot his name. He's been making board top games since the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. If you have somebody like him sign the game, and forgive me, guys, flame me. I'll take the smoke on not knowing his name because I do love that game.
Flame me? I love that. That was funny.
But I mean, honestly, you should definitely check it out. He made like the Cyberpunk board games and all that stuff back in the day. D&D. I know I played D&D. So hashtag if you guys want to get game together, hit us up in the comments below. Your boy James will play D&D with you. Anyway, I mean, the games he made were awesome, and it really came on popular during the cyberpunk craze back in the 80s and the late 70s. So I mean, dudes, the game is going to be amazing, and they keep pushing it back, which I'm not mad about because a lot of games are coming out early that shouldn't come out early. Destiny, Anthem. I know Destiny had really good sales, but Anthem, it was a total letdown.
Yeah, that was a bust.
Yeah, it was a bust, definitely. And it's these developers thinking they can come out with unfinished games, then put in 1,000 microtransactions. It's not cool.
Yeah, that's garbage.
Yeah, so I mean,
isn't Final Fantasy VII like that, where you have to 1,000 transactions to play it?
Oh no! Final Fantasy VII they actually did a pretty good job doing it. I played a little bit of it, and I, thank God for YouTube game streamers. I started playing it, got stuck in the part, and I just watched all the cutscenes on YouTube. I was done. But
game.
Oh, come on, James.
The part I don't like about Final Fantasy VII, they got Bardock sound like a typical black old sergeant in World War II game. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. Put the blame on me. Oh, he sounds like he talking with a grunt. Let's do it. I mean, come on. Black people don't talk like that. You know what I'm saying? But the game is if you guys don't know about it, it's an action RPG. You can actually control the character. If you guys play the first Final Fantasy, this is for all the old heads in here. They actually use the original script, which is okay and not okay. Because you find out when you're hearing somebody else's voice, not your own head, it sounds a little corny. But again, the gameplay is solid. The story's still there, So definitely check it out. I mean, if you're a Final Fantasy fan. But That's the only part I didn't like about the game is how they had Bardock sounding retarded. But anyway, yeah.
What do you think about the fact that it's like, I understand it's a full like game, it's like a 40-hour game, but in the like going back to the storyline, it's only like the first 5 hours of the original game. They expanded, they blew it
The
up to
first
like
disc.
40 hours. So it's like what they did with The Hobbit, right? With The Hobbit is like one book and they made it like a 3-movie thing and it showed. Do you think that's going to be the case? Because basically now, yeah, The Hobbit's like one book and it's shorter than like each of the individual Lord of the Rings books. So which is why they stretched it out as like a cash grab. Do you think that to some extent Final Fantasy VII is remake? Because it's got to be at least 3 parts, I'm gonna guess, right?
Yeah.
Well,
and so it's like you're gonna spend $200 basically to play the full remake experience over the next 2-3 years. What do you think of that?
I'll say this, Reggie, if you don't mind, Dave, I'll take this one. It is a cash grab, first of all, we all know that. But if you guys, like back around 2013, 2014, or it's 2015, what anyway, when they had the release thing that they're remaking Final Fantasy, the guys our age were crying.
Oh, I remember the demo for PS3, the PS3 tech demo.
Yeah,
for that.
they were king for that game, dude. And honestly, I couldn't, I didn't blame them. I was like, they're making Final Fantasy VII. That's dope. That's like my history. Like, I feel it. And there, you know what? There's a great South Park episode, something called Member Berries. I don't know if you guys remember that. It's about nostalgia.
Yeah, remember when?
Yeah, remember, and it's like, and I think they're feeding us member berries. You know what I'm saying? They know guys our age, we're middle age. We got, we may have a little bit of cash from the side. We can afford to do that stuff. I mean, honestly, I believe in pay-to-win games. I paid a lot of money for COD. I spent like $200 on it already, maybe $300, just to get all the skins because I don't want to earn them. Well, I earned them. But I did earn them. I went to work. I spent my money on them, so I earned them. But anyway, so I'm a proponent for pay-to-win because I want my kids to be cool. All right. Now, that being said, I mean, they're going off that aspect for a lot of players who don't want to take the road of grinding anymore. We don't got enough time for that. We're adults, And so it's the cash. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, I get there's pay to win, but there's also like that's why they have the easy and like normal and hard modes, though, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
but actually, what games has come out like Final Fantasy in a long time? Most games that come out where they got like Fortnite's a big thing and all the other stuff, PUBG, where they're selling skins, stuff people want the characters to look good, even Destiny. I mean, these are all games that they don't have that model. Because, like, again, I love Mortal Kombat. I love Street Fighter. But I stopped loving it when they say I have to pay for characters. I want to earn my character. Those type of games, I want to earn my character. They're not going to do that anymore because they know somebody will pay $5.99 to get the character early. Which I'm not knocking them, but I mean, fighting games to me are different than like what's the MMORPGs. So you like if you guys get a good kick out of it, type in video game most expensive loot people pay for real money.
Wow.
And then I put that in, you'll see that people pay. Like they have one guy. It's this massive martial arts RPG in China, where they had one legendary sword went for like 10 G's. I mean, in an auction. That's $10,000 real money, guys.
For a sword in the game.
And it's the tip of the iceberg of some of these video game transactions. People playing, they get original gear.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's in like WoW. They had those like gold farms, right? Yeah.
That's like going to WoW. They paid people to mine gold in WoW when it first came out. And I think they still do it, So because the online currency in WoW can get transferred to real world money and all that, and that's amazing to me, guys, But again, because it's about escapism, People have sucky lives, It's not all Facebook roses and sunshine. Everybody's having a good marriage. Everybody's going to Fiji and what I'm saying, only showing good times on Facebook and Instagram. No, people got fucked up lives and they want to escape it. The kids is bad, their wife beating them down, or the husband's beating them down, or some other stuff, being emotionally abusive, or they just don't like their life, they're just in depression. And what are video games? Escapism, putting you in a different world,
I know.
In a different area,
I just got beat up by my husband. Let me go play World of Warcraft.
You say that.
Oh my God!
You say that, but
that's true.
There's got to be there's some.
I mean, honestly, knowing that you can go someplace and be someone stronger that you're not, knowing that you go someplace where you actually matter.
I mean, it's. I think. Did you guys watch or read the movie book Ready Player One? Where
of course.
it's basically.
Hold on. I have. I can't speak for.
But yeah, I mean, I feel like, you know, with the quarantine going on, I feel like our world could be accelerating toward that, right? Like,
Oh yeah.
if you give it like
Oh, yeah.
5 years, where it's like what, you know, virtual reality, everything's like 8K. If we have like those headsets, like, and
Yeah.
people aren't allowed to gather in public places, we just stay home and like get on, you know, the Oasis or whatever.
Yeah.
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 I totally agree. And I will have, and I'm gonna tell you right now, my character be from Halo. I'll have Master Chief. Now, or the black guy. I forgot his name. You know what I'm saying?
Black guy in Halo?
Yeah.
What, the Master Chief?
Yes. The
Was
guy
he
who
voiced
played,
by Keith David?
the guy who played Luke Cage when they.
Oh yeah. And the other, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Was that Halo Reach? No.
No. The last one that came out.
Guardians, I think it was.
When they go over Spartan Force.
Yeah.
See, I'm a Halo head. I read the books, played all the games.
Yeah, Halo's great.
Yeah,
like that.
Halo's a really good interesting story if you want to read it, guys, too.
Mhm.
But yeah, I mean, and I want to say this. Hank didn't know anything about Ready Player One, so I put him down on it. Hank,
I can also say the same thing. Freaky J was the one to put me down onto.
Oh, yeah.
One. I didn't know about it.
Yeah,
I
I
mean-
didn't know about it.
no, honestly, guys, I mean, it's a great. The book is way better than the movie, guys. Check it out. It's actually free on YouTube. If you want, it's a good listen to go to sleep to. And staying up all night. This is actually, and Will Wheaton is the narrator of it, so that's pretty dope to me too.
Yeah, I agree. The book is way better. I mean, the movie's fine, but I
Yeah.
mean, it goes in a different direction. But the book is definitely much better. I know
Yeah,
people always say that, but
It's
Did you
the
like-
truth.
Started, dude. I mean, it started when he was all famous, but it should have started with. Never mind. We're not talking about Ready Player One.
Okay.
yeah, we can move
Sorry,
on.
Dave.
I'm just saying, like, I think, like, with everything that's going on with, you know, quarantine and the coronavirus, like,
Yeah.
I could see, like, people being more open to that, especially if you know, in the next 5 years, if technology, the VR is going to advance, like, people are going to have, like, 5G internet and all that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
And I'll say this right now. They're actually talked about that with Cyberpunk 2077 because they're going to have an online version of the game. And if they do that, I think it'll get close to that where you can have like that type of environment. You know, I mean, also, like basically it's going to be like a Sims with killing and you can be a cyborg. You know what I'm saying? Because actually Sims are really popular right now. It's still popular. People love playing
Yeah.
Sims. Having an imaginary Half-Life. You know what I'm saying? There are a bunch of
Animal Crossing, too, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People
they,
love, like-
they're having, I think like an Animal Cross. Is it
Yeah.
an Animal Crossing graduation or a Minecraft graduation
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, just people
Yeah.
living their lives online, virtually.
Yeah. And like, and now since they're actually blending console with PCs, right? Come on, that right there, they're breaking into a whole new group of people. And the
I like
PS,
that.
and the PS5, and the Xbox, whatever.
One X or
Yeah, One
X.
X.
Yeah, one
He's
X.
Series
like-
1. The
A
Series
series. Yeah.
He should be playing Sony games, but I'm not gonna say anything to Dave. Anyway,
I ain't got no money right now, bro. I got to be 100% honest right there.
well,
I gotta wait.
the next console that comes out should be on par with I gotta say like a medium grade PC that actually should run the games. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah, we're living in an interesting time if you're going to be an online gamer. You know, and that's especially breaking through platform when you can actually get. I don't think you'll be able to get Steam games and stuff like that for the console. They're not gonna allow that, but cross platforming is actually pretty big.
Yeah, it's already happening. Like Warzone is,
Yeah.
is cross-platform. That's amazing to me. Like, I wouldn't have imagined that was going to be a possibility like 5 years ago. You know?
Yep, same.
And you see how much money they're making with that. I mean, especially with Fortnite alone, you know, Fortnite's cross platform too. And they're making mad money on Fortnite, you know, and there was another game, Rocket League and all that stuff. I don't know if Rocket League's platform, but
Yeah, Rocket League
is.
is. It is.
yeah. And with those, when the games come across platform, when you can actually play with your Xbox boys and your PC friends, you know, PC guys really dominate on COD because they can just click, they have a fast action time. But it's still a good point, you know, good thing to have when you can call your friend up and say, let's play a game, you know?
Yep.
You know, especially if it's across the country, playing with your brothers and stuff like that online, or your sisters. Hashtag James likes this. Anyway, but no,
What?
Can you repeat that? You cut out. Hashtag
Yeah.
James likes what?
James is a feminist. Yes.
Oh, that's good. We should all be.
Yes.
Hashtag San Francisco. Hashtag I agree with Richie. There we go.
Because he's Asian? What? Why'd you say that, Dave? Oh. Anyway, No, but I mean,
That
it's
was
actually
not my voice.
James, you keep getting out of the frame. We want to see you.
Yeah,
my bad.
James.
Yeah,
No.
there's like a flying saucer that keeps popping in, and then you just
Above
keep
your
getting
head.
lower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you think about the whole controversy about how they're talking about new Assassin's Creed, and they're
Uh,
not they're doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
I don't think that's a bad thing. I think the controversy came from when they said that this was Xbox Series X gameplay, and then
Uh,
and then it ended up being a cutscene. You can't do that to people. You gotta, if you're gonna say it's a gameplay trailer, show the gameplay. Don't show
No.
a cutscene. You know,
no, I'm talking about the whole thing. They were talking about that Vikings can't be assassins, and they're not really Vikings. I'm like, what?
it's a game. It's a video game. At the end of the day, you can make whoever you want to be assassins. So you know, that controversy is pretty. They could fight about that. I'm good. I'll still play it. You know.
I mean, you an Assassin's Creed fan, Dave, or you gonna get it?
Oh yeah. I like Assassin's Creed.
What about you, Rich? You play Assassin's Creed?
I think I haven't played it since the original, but I know people like it's very popular. It's like a sandbox style game, right?
Yeah, Rich, I didn't like it either because one, I'm not.
I didn't like it.
I know. It was just like, damn.
He's like, no, I didn't like it. I don't like it.
Richie,
I don't.
I agree with you. I totally hated it. It's like, damn.
I go into the Animus to fight people. Then I gotta fight people in real life. I don't understand that. I gotta go back and forth. I mean, first I gotta kill people in the virtual world. Then I gotta kill people in the real world. Now I gotta go to Egypt. Now I gotta go to become a Spartan. Now I gotta go be a Native American and fight the colonials. I mean, but they still took my land. I'm not gonna talk about that. Anyway, no, I mean, but I mean, the gameplay is solid to me. I like the whole killing thing and the whole jumping off roofs, and that's cool. You know, the
Parkour, yeah.
The parkour. All right,
Parkour.
Hey, and one thing, fun fact, guys,
Parkour.
talk to Hank in the comments. He took parkour. He's a parkour expert. Hashtag Hank's parkour expert. Talk to him about that stuff.
Not an expert. I took parkour and then I was doing flips in Thailand and I flipped the wrong way and hurt my back. So no, there's no parkour for me anymore.
Whoa.
Yes, he's done core.
You guys like that. Anyway, yeah, I think actually games going to get like that, especially going across platform now. And the fact that we can actually, I can play with Dave now because he's an Xbox guy. I think we're all Xbox. I think we all had an Xbox 360 back in the day.
Oh yeah. I still got mine.
And then, well, Dave, you're a collector, Dave. I don't like.
I'll take it.
You know what I'm saying? And but no, I mean, no. But all jokes aside, it's good that I can if I say, Dave, let's play COD. Come on, let's do it. We can do it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And
happening tonight.
But I think it's about the computer power because I mean, once quantum computer actually really get out there, you're going to see some really amazing games come out. And I think Reggie, when we're actually close to getting a good quantum computer.
You keep saying Reggie, man.
Yeah, no, you said the whole.
I'm like, what is this Reggie stuff?
Assumed it was
Who's
Reggie.
Reggie?
I assumed it was your accent.
What are you guys talking about?
I was like, no. You were saying Reggie. Hank, is your middle name Reggie?
Is this what it is? Beat up on James Day? Is this everybody doing James Day?
Ain't no beat up on James Day. I'm just man's name is not Reggie.
It says it right on your screen.
Hey, let me tell you something right now. You guys see this? How they gang up on James? You guys, how you feel?
Hey, I'm just
fucking Richie.
We're just trying to make sure you stay above the clouds right now.
Above the clouds, yes. And see how Richie took it? He was just like, man, I just thought that was your accent. No, man. Yeah. He was saying Reggie, like if he was REGGIE.
Yes.
But when quantum computer actually get going, I think the games will be much better. Especially when they start doing PC. I think it's gonna be like some Sword Art Online type stuff.
What is quantum computing?
Yeah.
You don't know what quantum computer is? Really?
Don't they use that for like supercomputers? Like what's the?
Well, no, it's of a supercomputer right now. They're working on it. And basically, this thing a supercomputer on steroids. I'm not going to go and explain all that to it. This thing about this with more processing power, it will more. Guys, you guys going to flame me on this because I'm not an IT worker anymore.
Flame them.
You're not.
But what quantum computing is basically a computer with super more processing power. You can have more options. It can do more than one thing at a time. It can handle multiple tasks and fast and efficient. And
okay.
And people are working on them now. And right now, this thing of a super processor and where you can have better storylines, they can make better characters. When they have, with the AI can actually come up with a more entertaining storyline.
Gotcha.
And more lifelike.
Okay.
Have you seen Sword Art Online? You guys heard of that, right?
So,
What?
I'm sorry, man. It sounded like you said soda online.
Sword Art Online.
Sword? No, not yet.
Yeah, it's a really popular anime series where,
I have heard of it. Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, where people get trapped in the game.
Yeah.
And they die in real life.
What?
And
What?
That sounds good, though.
virtual reality helmet thing on.
Put that on
It's
my
a really good
list.
series. If you want something to watch, Dave, I think you enjoy it. Sword Art Online. Yeah, Google that. Sword Art Online. It's actually a really good show. Yeah, and I think games are going to be like that in the future, Reggie. Like you said, Richie. When you come, I did that on purpose. Like you said before, the next 5 years, I think you're going to see some amazing games coming out. And I think Cyberpunk is just the start. And when they have the online component where you can actually play, and when they actually have something like the whole virtual reality thing actually gets really serious, you know. When they make better technology when you can actually experience the game from being inside the game, it's going to be amazing. Yeah. And I think Cyberpunk 2077 is the starting point of that. Because again, CG Projekt Red, The Witcher. When I say in this game, you can do indie deck, you can buy hookers, you can kill anybody you want, you can do what you want. You can do that in Grand Theft Auto.
That sounds like Westworld.
Yeah. Basically, too. We're getting toward that, right?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna tell you something now, guys. Don't laugh at me. My dream is to become a cyborg. I hope to have enough money when I turn 60 or 70 to change my parts out for robotic limbs. And I'm dead serious. Okay, now, something about James Comey. # who wants to come to cyborg, put it down in the comments below. All right, let's do it. So I told you my dream. I don't know if Dave and Richie has anything else to say.
Thank you for saying Richie. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Dave, what do you got?
As far as being a cyborg, no, I'm good. I'm all right. Unless I had to have a limb that needed to be changed for a medical reason, then yes. But other than that, no, I'm good.
Yeah, I wonder, for me, it's to an extent, we're not built in cyborgs yet, but you think about our smartphones and how tethered we are to that, we're attached to those even though they're external to us. But do you think if it becomes more convenient for them to implant a smart watch or some sort of, do you guys remember Google Glass? When they have that? Yeah, so something like that.
I think
are people going to be down for that?
I think they'll always have. I remember in the entertainment, they always say there's an audience for everything. So there's an audience for that as well. James said he'd be a cyborg. I'm pretty sure there's a bunch of other people who would want to be a cyborg, who want to be genetically enhanced or technologically enhanced.
You guys heard that? How cool that word sounds? Genetically enhanced. That's cool as shit.
And that sounds like they're coming in your DNA and editing it and stuff.
That's I'm pretty sure. I mean, it's against ethically you can't do it, but
why not, Dave?
They have that with CRISPR, right? CRISPR, that thing where they can, if for diseases and stuff, they can go in and edit your genes or something. That's
for baby. Yeah, they call gene babies. Yeah, but they can make
for genetic diseases. I'm all for it, but if you're out here trying to make real superheroes and whatnot,
or I want my child to be a football, pro football player. Make it so that they grow
Yeah. Well, they have it so that they can take out the genetic markers of bad eyesight now and all that stuff. It's actually pretty interesting. I was reading about it. And I mean, they can do that now. And me personally, like I said, man, anytime Mercedes-Benz make little limbs for kids who lost their arms, yes, they did. It's funny, a quick story about the cyborg stuff. They had prosthetic limbs. They actually have really good ones now where even Mercedes-Benz made one for a kid who lost their arm in an accident. And it has almost full range of motion. But the problem is they said you got to take a lot of medicine with it. And, so it can actually work supposed to. I mean, I think we're getting close there because if they show them that much technology, I'm pretty sure that they probably got something in the secret labs that's way better, Yeah.
But the thing is that they probably do, but you have to there's always ethics involved in it. So you can't ethically, you have to do what the right thing is.
If I can't get my arm put off and get a robotic limb, Dave,
You probably can't.
What's my ethics for, Dave?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
This guy, guys, remember. You control you're the master of your fate, you're the captain of your soul. You want to do something? Oh, it's not illegal. James not saying kill anybody. James not saying kill anybody. Bad. Do what you need to do. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag only if it's illegal. Legal, not illegal. Legal.
Oh.
So
only if it's illegal.
So you can go chop your arm off and do it yourself. James did not condone you doing that, and James did not say to do that. But James said, if you want to do that, you should have the power for yourself to do what you want to do. All right. But on a serious note, I mean, I do. Dave is actually right. You know, there's probably a bunch of stuff you got to go through, like cloning. You know, they want to let you clone people. They're talking about clone food and all that stuff. The whole ethics behind it. You know, I mean, but I think it's more of a spiritual side, like who's right to pay God. You shouldn't extend your own life. It's a whole philosophical, psychological argument about that. Theological? I know I'm saying words that don't make any sense, but you know, I believe about your own personal belief. Like me personally, I'm giving my body to science when I die because I want to be a robot. I don't know about like anybody else. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, brain map me, make me an AI. Goddamn it. Anyway, but we're not going to talk about religion here because
that's we're going to take it. Speaking from AI and back to video games. Last week, Hold on. Wait. Let me just say this thing. So last week I had a chance to. I was watching this webisode done by one of the Roots members. He's a producer named Stro Elliott. So what he does is he takes a beat and then he reconstructs that beat into a whole different new beat. And at the end of the video, he asks for suggestions. So I put down Mega Man 2. Bubble Man stage, and he actually did that.
That's nice.
And I was just like, wow. So
also, James asked who what is the Roots?
Okay, he knows what it is. I'm not even gonna mess with him. He knows what they are. He knows who they are. The legendary Roots crew. All right, Questlove, the band leader, and you know, shout out to Questlove, shout out to Black Thought, Stro Elliott, James Poser on the keys, Captain Kirk on the guitar. Like those two great guitars Richie has in the background here. So just check it out, you know. And I know Hank wanted to say something about that too, right?
Here we go. Spirit of hip hop. Go ahead, Hank, say something.
Shout out to Stro Elliott.
Yep.
Who made that beat. We played it also at the intro of this podcast.
Don't get us sued.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Don't get us sued, all right?
I think you put it out for fair use, so we're good.
Yeah.
Think or do you know? Let's make
we
sure
know. He said in the video it's for free.
All right, guys.
I don't know why you worried. You're in your rich mansion in San Francisco.
Yeah, I know your backyard is San Francisco. They coming for you.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Hank McDonald. I live in Virginia. Come for me. I'm not scared of the public.
They got footage of you in San Francisco right now. The Golden Gate
they know
Bridge
exactly where you are.
right there, and you're on the San Francisco side, not the Oakland side.
Yeah.
So they know you got money, man.
But honestly, guys, check that out. Roots is a great band. I mean, honestly, and Dave's right. And I'm actually very appreciative for the artists doing what they're doing now. You know, honestly, they're keeping us entertained in this time of crisis and like the hip hop battles, the music battles they have there. You know, I mean, and there's some of them hate each other, but some actually have a good time when they do it.
Yeah.
You know.
And, speaking of which,
what Dave said.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
I'm saying that was dope. What Dave said, how he put a comment in, they're actually going with it. You know, I mean, that just shows the love they got for their fans, man. So definitely check out the Roots. Great band. I'm sorry, Dave. Go ahead. You were saying?
Oh, and speaking, I know this is going to be aired a different time, but tonight is the battle for Jill Scott versus and Erykah Badu. So they're actually going to be singing each other's songs. And I was like, what?
That's gonna be hot. That's gonna be hot. You know, but
he keeps getting lost in the clouds, ladies and gentlemen.
I know. Now I'm talking to the Golden Gate Bridge. What up, G Bridge?
I'm meant to fly.
Oh my gosh.
You gotta know
All right. I think this is going to have to conclude this episode of Freedom Cafe, a forum for comics. We will be doing one of these every week. Once again, every week. New quarantine episode, stay at home episode. And if you like what you see, go ahead and click that like button and subscribe. I am Ace Hawaii, also known as David Thornhill Jr. And the person below me in that second box is The Richness. Give it up for him. And also at the bottom, we got Freaky J, the man. I'm not going to say that last one. And also at the top, last but not least, is our Frobo Couch, aka the director. And that has been this edition of the Freedom Cafe, a forum for comics. We out.